The latest quote, I am not afraid to die, unquote. The savior, the protector, the messiah, the unifier, the most love, the one that gives us hope, the reason to which we are proud as Africans. Captain IBRAHIM TRAORE. He addresses people and all of us, the Africans, and said there are 3 ways that we have to do away with.
Let me tell you that to unite, there are 3 words, 3 vices, 3 major vices, that we must banish from our behavior and our life. I'm talking about cowardice, the betrayal, and incompetence. It is necessary to ban. We must banish these 3 words from our way of life. Speaking of imperialism, the president of Burkina Faso, Captain IBRAHIM TRAORE, did not mince his words. We are not afraid. We will fight until we die.
What we did to him. Go and ask Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana. Maybe you are not aware. Go and ask him if it is possible to wake him up and find out what we did to him when Nkrumah tried to change Ghana. Oh, maybe those days you were young, so you didn't know. Nelson Mandela, you read about it, right? What we did to Nelson Mandela. Oh, by then you were young. Just Gaddafi 2011. That one is so fresh. But then you were a bit grown. Have you forgotten what we did to Muammar Gaddafi when he rose up to change Libya and Africa as a whole? So it's the same thing that will do to you if you don't put this ambition of yours down and focus on your life. You are still young, oh. You are still young, 35 years. How old are you? Do you want to join your ancestors? When you mess up with us, you join your ancestors very early. When I ask your predecessors, your leaders, the Pan-Africanists, those who rose up to set Africa free, we made them pay for that. So you will not be exception. Maybe you are not aware. We are just trying to tell you. Because we like you. You are a very young guy. So we have to educate you. So that if you have this ambition to set your country free as you are doing, just stop it. You have started, but don't just go further. Because we like you a lot. We don't want you to join Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Muammar Gaddafi, Thomas Sankara, Nelson Mandela, and the rest. Idi Amin and co. So sleep. Just rest. But the brave and the true son of the soil, the one that carries the pure blood of the African, told them, he's not afraid to die. That what is death? Who has ever lived forever? Nobody. Everybody will go one day. And the things that he has started doing, he will not. Before he made this coup to take control over the resources and everything that has to do with Burkina Faso, he knew all these things. And he has given out himself to be used as a sacrifice, if that is what it takes to make Burkina Faso free in Africa. Every other person lost hope in Africa because we are very scared. We are all cowards. The African want to see the African continent as Europe, as Canada, the United States, what have you. But nobody is ready to do anything to contribute to that. We all read that Nkrumah did this, Thomas Sankara, Gaddafi did. But what they did, the African is not ready to do that. The Europeans didn't just develop America that you are running and dying in the desert and the Mediterranean Sea to get there by mouth. They didn't do that with that kind of coldness that you have as a black person who always see dollar to be more important and valuable than gold and silver. That's so for him, he's ready for that. The second thing is the betrayer. Oh, as for that, we are so much good. The West, the oppressors, always use the African against our good leaders. Gaddafi joined his ancestors by the Libyans. They used the Libyans To buy Gaddafi. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, it was the same thing. It was Ghanaians that they used to bring down Nkrumah. Thomas Sankara, the same person that he ate and dined with, was what they used against him. So that the betrayal that is in we the African blood, we have to stop it. If there is anything that you can do for your brother, is to protect your brother. Don't sell them out because of paper. That if we get to know the value that we have and the things that are under the land of the African soil, nobody will give you euro, dollar, pound, these papers, and you betray your brother. So that disease must stop. We have to erase that from our blood and protect our own. African can become like a more than what we are seeing in the West and in America. But if we keep on betraying our people who have risen up to sacrifice their life to save the continent, we will never move forward. We will continue to be where we are. The whites are united. Nobody is selling the brother out. That is why you are running to Canada, Germany, Italy. If they were like us, betraying their brothers, would you think they will be able to develop their countries for you to move out? That you are going to look for greener pastures. So that disease in you, the African, do away with it. Incompetence. Oh, that one, for sure. The number one reason to which we are incompetent is the African don't want to read. We don't want to do research. You always sit for somebody to come and tell you, oh, this is what I've heard. Then you go, oh, as this person said that, but you yourself do not want to research. You don't want to do away with certain things. Move out of your comfort zone. Information is power. The white man reads a lot. They said if you want to punish a black man, put that thing in a book and that ends it. We have smartphones. What do we use them for? We don't read. All we go and do is, we are always interested in comedy, dancing, singing, merrymaking, as Donald Trump will tell us or call us. Then at the end of the day, you turn and say, Trump is insulting us. They are only telling us the truth. So our brothers and sisters, read, research. Forget about what they are teaching us in school. All those we learn in the schools are being controlled by our oppressors. They give us what we are supposed to learn in school. So whatever that they kept in that book for you to read, study in the university, primary, KG, and what have you, wouldn't change Africa. Move outside what you have been taught in the classroom. Find knowledge. Knowledge is power. And that's the only tool we can use to defeat the oppressor. So please subscribe to the channel. Together we'll make Africa great. Together we'll fight for our continent. And let's support our leaders who are doing all that they can, putting their lives on the line for you and I to have a better Africa. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.